Hey everyone, week 1 of our push-up challenge. We are going to be focusing this week on the standard push-up, the incline push-up, and the push-up negative for those of you who aren't yet able to do the standard push-up. So I'm going to be doing a form breakdown of all 3 types of push-ups. This week is all about form. So pick whichever push-up is challenging enough for you, but also doable to have correct form throughout the whole entire movement. We're going to be trying to do 2 push-ups a day. So you're going to want to pick a variation that you can do 2 push-ups of, okay? Here we go. This is the breakdown for your standard push-up. A lot of the time, people get it wrong in the sense that they're really arched high or they're arched really low. A push-up is a moving plank. So if you think of your perfect plank where your body's in a nice straight line, your push-up is just a moving plank. So you're moving down and you're pushing back up, and everything's staying nice and straight throughout the whole movement. So what that's going to look like is you're going to get into that nice tall plank position if you're doing a standard push-up, and you're going to want to make sure that your hands first are just under shoulders and then maybe a little bit wider. So you can step them out a little bit wider. Your elbows are going to be pointing down behind you like this as you go down and press up, okay? So you don't want to be in too tight, that's going to make it really hard. And you don't want to be out too wide, that's going to be really hard on your shoulders. You want that nice W shape when you go down into that push-up, okay? So we're starting with the hands under the shoulders, maybe stepping them out just a little bit wider, getting up onto our toes. We're going to squeeze our glutes. So by squeezing our butt, we're locking our core into position. We're on our toes, digging our toes into the ground. And then you're going to breathe in, lower down, breathe out, push the floor away, okay? So that breath is going to really help drive that movement. And instead of pushing yourself up off the floor, I want you to think about pushing the floor away to get yourself back up. And your body should stay in that nice straight position the whole entire time, okay? So all the way down, all the way back up. You're staying nice and straight. If you're doing an incline push-up, I'll show you first with a bench here. If you're going to be using a bench at the gym, that's great. You can also use a couch or something similar in height to practice the push-up on an incline if the standard push-up is too hard for you. I find this to be much better than doing it from your knees. So for the incline push-up from the bench, you're just going to want to come out to a nice tall plank position. Hands on the edge of the bench. So they're not right on top, they're not on the side, they're kind of on the edge. I like to tuck my thumb on the side here just for comfort. And then you're going to get into a nice tall plank position. Again, we are going to push the bench away, lock those shoulders out. Shoulders are away from the ears. Squeeze the glutes to lock that plank position in. And then you're going to lower yourself down, chest towards the bench. Big breath out, push yourself back up, okay? So a nice slow, controlled lower with that W position of the arms. Big breath out and up. You want to think of leading with the chest, not the face. The head should stay nice and neutral, chin tucked in, shoulders down. If that is still too difficult for you to have that incline so close to the floor, if you're at the gym, you can find a barbell, a squat rack, and you can move by changing these. You can move them up higher. So if I wanted just a few inches, this is going to be easier for me to do the push-up on the barbell. And then if I move the barbell up, it's going to get easier and easier every time as the incline gets higher, okay? If you're going to choose push-up negatives, I'm going to show you how to do them right here. The reason why you might choose them is that you are already really close to getting a standard push-up, but it's a little bit hard for you. So you want to practice the eccentric, the downward part of the push-up really, really slowly so that it's easier for you to go down and up and come in and out of that push-up position in the future. So what it's going to look like, and I'll show you right here, is you're going to be on your mat. Preferably I have the mat this way so my feet and my hands can be on either side. The mat's just for my knees. So I'm going to get into that tall plank position like I would for my push-up. So I'm going to squeeze the glutes, pull the shoulders away from my ears, push the floor away, and then I'm going to lower down as slow as I can. Slow, 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 slow. Now I'm at my push-up depth, dropping my knees, pushing myself up. Back to that tall plank position, lower down nice and slow, 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 slow. Stop before you touch the floor with your chest or your nose. All right, I don't want to see you go like this all the way down to the mat. and then wiggle yourself out of it, okay? We want everything to be controlled. So tall plank, squeeze the glutes, lower down, lower down, lower down, drop the knees, push yourself back up. If you keep practicing that over and over and over again, you're gonna maintain that good push-up position, but you're gonna be able to come in and out of it a lot easier without having to drop your knees long term.